This is Nicole. I'm PIAC representative for Ward 12 Willowdale. I'm also the co-lead of Consultation Working Group together with Susan Lee, who's online. I cherish this opportunity tonight to connect with all of you and speaking regarding TDSB public consultations. First of all, I'd like to emphasize and clarify the critical role of PIAC Consultation Working Group, as identified in the working group report, which you have in the folder. I didn't make this up, I carried this over from the groups. So the Consultation Working Group was formed to prioritize and communicate information among PIAC and to the broader TDSB parents and caregiver community regarding policies and procedures under review by the board of TDSB. So the communication of consultation opportunities will be coordinated with all PIAC reps and communication working groups. So all PIAC reps can provide feedback of policy review and make recommendations when necessary regarding the review and revision of TDSB policies and procedures after connecting with their wards and community, that is, not by ourselves. So with this mission, our working group has been actively connecting with both staff and the entire TDSB community with public consultation opportunities, including the LOI consultation we did last school year, and especially the heated discussion among Central Interest Program, known as CC or P100, that is previously. So it has been executed with a lottery enrollment for 2 years, which has been facing huge challenges and doubts by the wider community. So after hearing from the broader community for years, and we have been providing feedback constantly, especially previously to trustees last school year and staff, senior staff, and all the way escalating to the board of TDSB now. And now finally tonight, we saw the policy change in front of us. We have been, the direction we have been advocating for, which is to eliminate the lottery in specialist programs because that do not address equity, but rather fulfill some of the people who we really wish to help. As you might have received the email tonight on your way here or when you're having PIAC dinner, we have great news to share. So I'm going to quote from the email, which is brief but very important. Based on the direction of the supervisor who's actually here with us tonight, the decision has been made to change the application and admission process for specialist programs. Applications will be open during the week of November 10th, 2025, and will remain open for 3 weeks. There are differences in terms of elementary interest programs and secondary interest programs, which we do have questions. I will leave that to staff later on for the details to explain. But I do want to explain some context, how far or how long the parents and the community group have been working for this shared direction. So back in spring this year, after the policy review started at TDSB GPC, with strong concerns of the CC execution and many negative feedbacks and delegations we've been hearing from both the parents and actually many students themselves who came forward and stayed here and shared their, I would say, tear-dropping stories with us. And we really feel that we need to ask more and understand how to change this policy. So Consultation Working Group at that time moved the motion, which unanimously passed the April general meeting here, and to request data for transparency with regard to the status of CC lottery enrollment as compared to pre-lottery, to see what is going on, who got in and how, and all those normal things which we actually put in those information in the registration. We have the motion available in the appendix today, just for you to say all those questions are directly from the concerned community through our Consultation Working Group. We did not make it up, but questions keep coming up. So that motion went back to TDSB staff, and then in June 2025, we witnessed the P100 CC policy finally come to public consultation phase in a short, very short, open-ended survey. Very generic, one would say, and that was already end of school year, almost last week. So as a co-lead of consultation, I immediately sent it out to the entire PIAC membership, as well as the broader community who has been actively trying to find a way to have their voice. So that was actually right before the provincial taking over and then summer break. So although the parents were busy in the summer, obviously, we've actually got huge response regarding this policy, this one policy, which I presented as a summary in our September Consultation Working Group. I don't want to, in the interest of time, I'd like to summarize and highlight two major concerns. One, with that P100 policy, is the lottery admission, which according to parents and students directly, that did not address the equity issue. Yes, there was equity issue, but the lottery itself, in its reckless system execution, did not address it, rather left most of them with very little support, regardless of whether they got in with luck or not. So for our role at the PIAC, as elected parent representatives here, when we ask questions on behalf of the broader TDSB community, with over 570 schools and the other major concerns we're facing, is the transparency in this policy making or any other policy making when it comes to consultation. We were hoping for data, as we asked in our motion, for the program admitted with lottery before and after. A concept that was so simple and straightforward even for our elementary students, yet we haven't got any. And which linked back to our motion earlier about the transparency of data. Therefore, we are moving joint motion today with the recommendations together with Communication Working Group coming up next. I would like to just go there and leave the rest to the next working group, but I would like to end my report by emphasizing on the importance of public consultation in developing and revising any policy. And we have had significant concerns over the past few years about the lack of transparency and data in making and changing any of these policies that impact our students' lives for a long time, significantly, hundreds and thousands of them. So we should be really careful with any change, like lottery and then no lottery. It is our students' lives and future we're talking about. So lastly, for the public members here today, you're all welcome to join PIAC consultation meetings. Next one is coming up on October 30th, and the Consultation Working Group is not limited to elected PIAC members. Thank you all very much.